the stunned look, like normal on a Monday at 1 p.m. It is Jeanette. I am the owner of MyBC Consulting, which also stands for Move Your Bum Chum Consulting. And every Monday, I like to do what's called a W5 story session with my connections. Whether new, old, I can always learn something different and go deeper when you ask the simple questions of who they are, what they do, where they're located, what was the when moment, and why. So without further ado, who are you?
I'm Kevin Pedrey, and what more you want to know? I'm Kevin Pedrey I'm Kevin Pedrey. And
Kevin Pedrey, like if I were to say, looking back at yourself, what are some who hats you wear in this life?
Business, personal?
Yeah, because you know what? You're a 100% human.
I am 100% human. Yeah, you're right. You're very right. So yeah, my name is Kevin Pedrey. I'm with Core Coaching Academy. I am a coach. I am a consultant. I am a father. I'm a husband. I am a excitable, fun-loving person.
Those are some great who hats. I often say by the time we're finished this, it'll feel like you've been to Dr. Seussville. You know, we're all a who in the Whoville in life out there.
That's right.
So, and then we kind of unpack it. So let's take two of those who's. So you as a dad, as a father, and you as a coach, what are some of the things you like to do as a dad?
As a dad, I love playing games with my kids. That's actually a new thing. I wasn't really much into playing games, but I've really started to enjoy that. My son is so smart. And as a 5-year-old, that little punk always beats me at like all these games. And I'm just like, I'm going to get you, you know? So we play all kinds of games. He's really fun. He's really cute. And then we play a lot of family games, which has been something that's really been a lot of fun, actually. Just sitting down, taking that quality time, kicking their butts. There's certain games I can kick butt at, and there's certain games I just lose every time. So when I win, it's one of those like, yeah, I'm winning, I'm taking you out.
So it's not a let them win situation. You are true in it to win it.
My son is so smart. You know, I'm just like, we're playing like these memory games, you know, like where you put all the cards out. And you flip. He whoops my butt. He whoops everybody in the family, everyone. And I'm like, man, you're so smart. So when I get my chance to beat him, I do it. And, you know, I let him know.
Okay. And now let's move into the who hat, or what do you do as a coach?
Yep. So I am a leader. I'm a career and leadership coach. And my focus is to really help people nail their why in life, why they do what they do, and to really get them clear on their mission and vision in life. More than just their business, more of like, why do I personally do what I do? Why do I show up? How do I do it? And why do I do it? And how am I going to do it?
Wow. Oh, okay. So the next is where location. So where are you located in this big blue and green marble that we call the globe? And where do you help coach people?
Excellent. So I'm in Sequim, Washington, which is just south of Victoria, Canada, actually just a little south of you. And I work with people all over the world, and it's mostly all online nowadays. You know, just Zoom, phone calls, over the internet.
So this isn't part of it, but how long have you been a coach?
So I've been a coach in different arenas in my career for 15 years. I started as a career coach, and I did healthcare recruiting. I then moved into coaching and rehabilitation work and movement therapy, holistic healing type of work. And then I just recently moved back into more of the career coaching about a year ago.
So when we're able to meet in person, are you taking any clients in person?
I do have a few clients locally that I see in person, and I really enjoy that. And it's always an opportunity. I love face-to-face. It's one of my favorite things. So yes, that is great. I do almost all of my work over Zoom. I do have a few clients where I work just over the phone. So yes, bring it. I love in person.
One day, I live about 3 hours away from you, almost due north in Aldergrove. So one day we are going to meet, or we're going to plan a ditch party where you come to Zero
Yes,
Avenue and I'll go to Zero Avenue and we'll have a ditch party.
absolutely.
So what was the when? I love this question. When was the defining moment that this is where you saw your life going?
It's interesting. As a young kid, I was really into movement and the body. I started martial arts when I was 8 years old. I started in the healing arts when I was young. We had massage and chiropractic work when we were really young. And so a lot of my personal side of things has always been more of my own personal development. And like I said, I started as a career coach and I really enjoyed working with professionals and I really loved that interaction and that troubleshooting and, helping people problem solve. I really enjoy that. But it was about 3 years ago where I really kind of made this decision that it was time for me to start talking more about the internal personal development work. I've kept a lot of that to myself. Um, and it was about 3 years ago. It was like, I need to really understand what that bridging of that gap with the physical work that I do and more of that internal work that I love and trying to find that space. I started doing more health and wellness coaching, which was really fun, but I just kind of felt like there was still something missing to that. And I really kind of started getting into like facilitation training and
Mhm.
more structured coaching. And I really started to realize like that was that real bridge for me and that gap that, what is it that I really want to bring in my message? And healing is definitely important. But I think where I'm at in my career, it's like I really want to help people fully step into their life. And I really want people to be enthusiastic. I really want people to have fun. I really want people to feel like they're really doing something. Because when we're in that space, right, I can talk about healing, I can talk about physical, movement, I can talk about nutrition, all that's great. But I have found that when people are really clicking on all cylinders, it's when they're creative, it's when they're having fun, it's when they're giving back to the world, when they feel connected to the world. And I knew that was my message. I was feeling depressed. I felt, all these other things. And when I was able to really dive into that, that was the sweet spot.
Wow, that's incredible. And I so appreciate that you haven't used what I call the B word and balance, because that you choose to use that word space. And I think that's awesome, because when we all show up in all those different modalities that we are in that space, and there's where the magic is. So wow, I got to go deeper. And ultimately, we wrap this up with, what's Kevin's why in life?
Yeah. So that's a really good question. And people ask me that. In fact, someone asked me that not too long ago and they said, why do you do what you do? And I go, for me, I've done so much in my career already. I mean, only 15 years in, and everything that I've done has just been so inspiring and encouraging and a lot of ups and downs. But my ultimate mission is that, I'm really working to connect people to their true self. I'm really helping people get inspired to live a meaningful life. And I was a hard sell, right? It's like, how do I sell that to people? How do I, tell you that you can have a more meaningful life? How can I tell you you can be more connected? How can I tell you you can have better relationships, better businesses, all this stuff? And to do it authentically like me, and to be able to just wake up and sell that instead of having to you know, hide behind the movement or hide behind, making your business successful or hide behind all the stuff. I want you to live a meaningful, enjoyable, and connected life. Right? That's my goal.
Wow. So you know what? I know, that's my new phrase. I know that the people that are mirroring you right now that are coming into your life, you're succeeding, my friend. You are definitely succeeding in your why. So there you go. There's Kevin's WY. Maybe we'll coin the term Reader's Digest version. He's got a lot more depth to him. Kevin is a relatively new connection to me. And again, I love to give a shout out to a big who called Lachelle Aikens, who connected me up. So
Yes. So good.
it's all about the who's in your life. And guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in on a weekly basis. I truly believe at my core that we're all born with a blank set of encyclopedias. And the more that we can be a story in somebody else's set, that's how we build a life. So thank you so much for putting your W5 story in my set of encyclopedias. And now if I know a who that could use his story, I can confidently take it out and lend it out. But I always ask for it back because I want to know how that relationship developed.
Yes.
So thank you so much. We'll make sure that we'll put Kevin's information in the chat after we're done. And enjoy your life, everybody. Enjoy the day, everybody. And go ask somebody their W5 story. You might be surprised what you'll learn and build relationship with. Thank you so much.